So I tried to move out onto an intentional community. I'm sorry, that was excessively horny. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it. And the quiet part is getting loud right now. I tried to move out onto an intentional community in very rural Arkansas in the beginning of the COVID pandemic. And it was because I was disillusioned with city living and I wanted to get back to my roots, you know. And in this intentional community, it wasn't really a commune. They weren't anarchists, except they were anarchists, and I'll explain that. If you ask somebody, are you an anarchist? And they say, no, that sounds like an ideology, I don't do that. That's an actual anarchist. They smell like a political belief entering the room. They're like, I'm a free agent, and then they walk away, right? That's nice. It's like asking a Unitarian, are you a Unitarian? You know if they're like, you know, I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet. Anyways, why believe anything if you can believe anything? Is what my grandmother used to say. I don't know. If you figure that out, let me know. Suffice to say, out there, I learned a whole lot. I learned I was better at swinging a banjo than I was at swinging a hammer. I learned a lot about how having community and solidarity in a totally depressed area, a place totally deprived of social and civic services, meant not judging people based on their fringe political beliefs, but rather judging them for the work that they all do together to make the world actually better. Not necessarily what they say on the internet, but the sweat of their goddamn brows. You know what I mean? Which is to say, it goes beyond that perpetually. And if you ever think that this is like some kind of like Southern Gothic act up here, some dress-up bullshit, one, you're correct a little bit, but two, we do it with reverence and revulsion from the areas that we're from. So anyhow, we played a game out there called Critter, and if you were sitting in the back of your truck and drinking beers, driving around, you could point at a possum or a raccoon or something crossing the road, and you could say, Critter. And if you were the first person to do that, you could assign somebody else in the back of the rig to chug their beer and take off an article of clothing. If you need a game to play on the drive home here in London with the pigeons and the foxes or whatever, highly recommend it. This is called Critterland. I could have been a businessman, I was too hot-headed, I never had the money, I kinda got arrested. My sweet old folks thought I'd make a pretty decent one of those. I still live the kind of life where people judge you on your clothes. Now it's 40 miles of back road on all the rain tires, that little blue hymnal sitting open all the while, singing songs to a God I have met but do not know, making wagers on the critters we see crossing the road. Yeah, the sparrow on the wing taught me to find you, and the possum knows her own mind more than I do. I'm here for all the love that I can't stand. Take me to Critterland. Let's go. In the decade of our loving, we've grown to not so young. I've come to know the seasons by the lashing of your tongue. But the propane gently sputters, there's spring water in our tap. Why can't we feel the peace of this sweet dog upon our laps? Oh, the granny witch and herbalist got remedies for us. It's a tincture and a prayer poured down the holler of our guts. On a homestead in the pine beds, we've grown our holy cover, laying bare like critters there. Yeah, the sparrow on the wing taught me to sing for you, and the possum keeps her young closer than I do. I'm here for all the grief that I can't stand. Take me to Critterland. Oh, I never thought I could love like this. You might call me queer or a communist. I'll go along to get along, darling. It feels so right. That's why I'm a God. If no one is saved, I think love is a burden. If it ain't brave, I'll we're dying and we're singing about love and we've sins. And when marauders come, cause the apocalypse is nigh, want my rifle on my shoulder, my lover by my side. I wanna be the kind of man who could stand his ground and die. Take my fiddle, take my good hat, I'll go out in style. Gonna do it for my family, not for glory, not for God. In a war that's raging between the haves and the have-nots. Our war, the sparrow on the wing taught me to fight for you. And the possum eats your teeth sharper than I do. You should bury me where I make my last stand at the battle of Critterland. At the battle of Critterland.